using a 19mm socket, let's go ahead and remove our lug nuts. Take your wheel, remove it, set it aside. And 12mm socket, we're going to remove this bolt here and this bolt here. Now that we have that out, let's go ahead and slide our caliper off. Use a pry tool. Go ahead and pop this unit off. Remove our brake pads. We're going to use a bungee cord. We need to support our caliper up out of the way. Next what we're going to do is we need to get to this bolt here and this bolt here. We're going to use our 17mm socket and our ratchet to go ahead and loosen those. Using our 17mm socket and our 1/2" drive ratchet, let's go ahead and loosen these bolts. Remove the bolt, take your caliper bracket, slide that off, and set it aside. Go ahead and grab your brake rotor, slide that off and set it aside. At this point here, you want to go ahead and remove our shim spacers right here. There should be one on the top and bottom. Set those aside. We're going to go ahead and release our caliper from our bungee cord here. And what we want to do is we're going to go ahead and compress this piston into the caliper. Before we do that, we're going to go ahead and we're going to remove our rubber cap off of our bleeder screw. I want to go ahead and loosen this here. And with that open, you're going to see brake fluid starting to come out, and that's what we want. We're going to have a catch can underneath the vehicle. While the fluid is coming out of that, we're going to go ahead and use our tool, and we're going to go ahead and spin this piston in. As we do that, the fluid is going to come out, allowing for less resistance. Now when we're screwing this piston in, we want to make sure that the line here is perfectly straight up and down, 12 and 6. And you can adjust this just a little bit to get that where we need it to be. At that point there, we can go ahead and tighten up our bleeder screw. Go ahead and spray this down with some solvent to get any of that residual brake fluid off. I'm just going to wipe this down. Using your pry tool, go ahead and pop off your brake pad shims here, or slides as they're also known as. Repeat for both sides. Toss those aside. Right here we have our slider pins. There's a rubber boot. Go ahead and separate this here. Pull that slider pin. We can work that boot off of the pin. Once that's free, remove the slider pin and do the same for the other side. When doing this here, be careful not to tear the boot. Just want to peel back the lip on the edge here. Twist the pin and slide that out. Grab the rubber boots, just twist those out. Inspect the boot for any tears, splits, anything like that. Ours look good. At this point here, we want to go ahead and clean out where these slider pins go. Just going to use some solvent. Make sure you're wearing safety glasses. Spray this out inside. We're going to use our bristle brush here to just clean out the bore. Do the same on this one. Grab your solvent, flush them out. If you have some compressed air, go ahead and blow this out in here. Let that dry out. We'll go ahead and flip this. We want to go ahead and use our bristle brush and clean where our brake pad sliders go. I want to check for any built up or scaly rust on there. If there is anything, you want to go ahead and clean that up. Do the same for the other side. Once again, grab the solvent, give them a spray down, and wipe them down. I'm going to go ahead and take some grease, and we're just going to put a little bit inside the hole there on both of these. We don't want to pack it full of grease because it's going to be a tight fitting in here, and we don't want to cause a vapor lock inside where the pin won't be able to move in and out. Slightly cover the slider pins. Thin coat. Once that's all set there, when you take your boots, you want to go ahead and reinstall these. Take your pins, slide those in. Here we go. At this point here, take a thin coat of grease. I'm going to put it right in here on both sides. Once you have that coating of grease in there, go ahead and line up your sliders. Make sure these are even and press those down and into place. Repeat for the other side. Let's go ahead and install the bracket. Now we're going to reinstall our washers on the front side of the knuckle. I'm going to go ahead and install our bracket. I'm going to slide that in over our brake rotor, push our brake rotor back, and we're going to go ahead and get the bolts in and get these started a few threads. Go ahead and snug that bolt down. Let's go ahead and tighten down the upper. There's not a lot of room here. Do this just to get the bolt in, and then we'll switch over to the wrench to tighten it down. Throw our wrench on there, make sure that's snug. You want to go ahead and torque these caliper bracket bolts onto 80 foot-pounds, and then go ahead and repeat for the upper. Install your inboard brake pad, slide that into place, repeat for the outside pad. Squeeze them together, push your rotor in. And slide your slider pins in. You can slide your caliper down and over. Get your caliper bolts threaded in, a few threads. Just going to go ahead and snug these down. Go ahead and torque these down to 17 foot-pounds. Once that's all set, install your rubber cap onto your bleeder screw. And what you want to do is hop into the vehicle. You want to go ahead and pump up the brakes. The pedal will start off soft and it should pump up and be firm. Go ahead, put your wheel on the car. And underneath the hood here, you want to go ahead and locate your master cylinder. Here's your cap right here. You want to twist that open and open this up. Inside, you're going to see your brake fluid. On the side, you should be looking for a high or a low fill line. You want to make sure that your fluid level is at the high point. Ours is good at this point here, so we don't have to add any. So then we can go ahead and close this up. After you check your brake fluid level, you want to hop into the vehicle. You want to go ahead and apply the brakes. It's probably going to go to the floor. You keep on pumping this up until that pedal firms up. Once that pedal firms up, go ahead and we're going to repeat the cycle for checking our brake fluid level underneath the hood and add it as necessary. For any reason, if you should incur a soft brake pedal continuously after this point here, you want to go ahead and start a process of bleeding your brakes. Let's go ahead and install our wheel. Go ahead and get our lug nut started by hand. Once we get all these on, go ahead and snug them down. Let's go ahead and torque our lug nuts down to 80 foot-pounds.